Welcome to Mature Living. I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program, and we have started classes already for the spring semester. And these days I want to feature our instructors. I want to feature the types of classes we're offering. We're offering about 27 classes this semester. And in the summer, we want to up it to about 50 classes. But there's a new class that I don't think you've heard about yet, and it is crocheting. And I've got to get the title of this class correct because Andrea Westover, our instructor, is with us, and she's going to share some of the things that she's working on. And the title of her class is Crocheting for Beginners. And boy, am I a beginner if I ever joined this class. Welcome, Andrea, and thank you for joining us.
Hi, Mary. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I know everybody working from home, working from work. And so thank you for joining us here on Mature Living to promote this wonderful crocheting for beginners. Now, you have been with our program many years. Tell us, of course, you worked at the college, and now you're working with the city. But tell us a little bit about yourself. You were teaching computers first.
Yes, I started with a senior adult program back in, I believe, 1999, around there. So it's been a while now. And for the majority of the time, I've taught computers, the beginning courses, which has been a blast. I've always enjoyed teaching my classes and getting to meet the seniors, having our conversations and learning to see what it is that they're interested as far as what they wanted to learn. So this time around, we got to talking, of course, and here I am now trying to teach online crochet. I've never done online crochet, but hey, there's always a first time for everything.
You bet. And is this a hobby that you've had for many years? Tell me how you got interested in crocheting.
My mother actually used to work in a nursing home when I was a child.
Oh.
And weekends, she would take us to the nursing home, and there was two ladies there, Miss Estella and Miss Pearson. And they would battle it out as to who was going to teach me how to crochet. So I had a lot of fun. Every other Saturday, I would go with one or the other, and they would see what I was working on, and they'd go, no, that's the wrong way to do it. Let's do it this way. So, of course, I'd have to unravel everything.
Yes.
And start over again. And then I'd go see her the other one on the following weekend. It was just kind of an ongoing thing. So that's how I got my start with the crochet.
Wow.
And I've been doing it off and on since I've been about 7 years old.
Wow, that's amazing. And at that age, when I was little, every little girl had to learn some sort of a domestic, whether it was crocheting or whether it was needlepoint or those kinds of things, the pillowcases, the trim on the pillowcases. And I remember getting no further than the long little crocheting chain, right?
Yes.
And it would get so long that pretty soon they'd say, okay, so now unravel it all and start all over again. That's as far as I got. But I guess maybe I'm a more active person. I wanted to go outside and play instead of crocheting inside. But there's a lot of people right now, Andrea, that are isolated. They're at home. They need to learn a new hobby. And crocheting is so beautiful because they can do it on their own time, watching television or even talking on the phone. They put it on speaker. They can talk to their friends and crochet. What a beautiful hobby you're teaching.
Along the lines, what you were saying is, you can do this sitting in your living room, listening to your favorite show. I myself don't watch TV. Very rarely do I watch TV, but what I do is I listen to music. So while I sit on my favorite rocking chair, yes, I have a rocking chair, I crochet. And I enjoy that. It's very relaxing. It's a form of meditation. It allows you to just focus on something and kind of just de-stress the factors of the day, especially for those who are stuck at home. I was home for 6 months right before the pandemic hit. I was home and I wasn't able to go out. So I was like, now what do I do? Of course, I've always crocheted. So that's what I did. I sat, I would listen to music, and I would let that stress of being stuck at home just kind of go away. And then I came back to work, and then the pandemic hit, and I'm still at work.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you, what will your students be what kind of projects do you have in mind for this class? It's a free class for seniors 55 years and older. They can still register now for your class. And when is your class going to take place?
It starts February the 6th, and it runs through May the 1st.
It's a beautiful Saturday class from 1 to 3. They can join Andrea. What will you be teaching? What kind of projects do you have in mind in your syllabus?
Well, first we'll be learning the different types of yarns because there's such a variety out there. And a lot of the time you don't know what yarn is best for what project or what's the better feel. Anybody who crochets or knits, they have their favorite yarn. And I'm no different. No matter what the project is, we have our favorite yarn, although sometimes we have to vary from our favorites. So knowing the different types that are out there, that's really important so that we can see what better fits for us, as well as learning how to read a pattern. Okay. A lot of people don't know how to read a pattern. You see all these symbols and you're not sure what you're looking at. So we'll be learning how to read the patterns. And then as far as projects goes, I have a couple of projects on there. We have a baby blanket we can do scarves, we can do hats, just simple, easy things that you can start off during class and continue working with it throughout the week as you like. And then when we meet up again, we can see where you're at and then continue from there. Just to give you a little sample, I made this yesterday. It's a face mask. So everybody right now is up for their face mask. See, it has the little ear loops and everything. I'm going to take it off in case you can't hear me. But this took about 2 hours or so to make. And I'm not saying I sat there for 2 hours to make it. Okay, no. I take breaks, I get up, I walk around, and I come back and I continue. And once it's done, you give it a quick rinse, let it dry, and you're good to go.
I love it. I would steal that mask, especially right now when it's so chilly and cold. It looks so warm. If you do have to go out to put out your trash can or whatever, you can put your mask and be warm and safe at the same time. It looks beautiful. I love it. That's beautiful. Well, also, just wanted to say one thing is that teaching senior citizens, you have to have a lot of patience. I'm sure you've already experienced that. What do you learn from teaching our elders? Why do you love teaching with the senior adult program?
I love it because my way of looking at the world is do unto others as they do unto you. So I would love to know that when I reach that age, there's somebody out here willing to teach me something new.
Oh.
And listen to me when I sit there and tell them my war stories, So that's my favorite part, because sometimes our gentlemen, they're retired military, and they have some very interesting stories to tell you. This is, of course, in my computer classes. I have a lot of gentlemen in that class, as well as ladies. And guys, you're out there. I know you are. Get into crochet. There are hundreds of men out there crocheting and knitting. It's not just a girl thing, okay, guys? Not at all. So, ladies, bring your husbands along. Have them sit down. You guys can make the his and hers scarves and hats, because it is now gender-wide. There's no specification of this is just for little girls. Along with learning how to do things, we're going to be watching YouTube videos. And some of the videos we'll watch are actually done by gentlemen.
Oh, very good.
These guys are out there doing this, so I want you guys to experience what they are also doing. But To me, it's just being able to talk to somebody, listen to them, get a different perspective, because granted, they've already been through it. So whatever's going on in the world, they have a very different perspective to how I see it and people of my generation see it. Although I'm pretty close to that 50 mark, okay?
I'm glad you're sharing your talents with our seniors. Like I said, people can register. They can call 831 7801, and we will help them to register. If it's their first time, there's an application, an admissions form they have to fill out. They can register online. That's the only way that we're doing registration is online. That's the only way that we are teaching is online. So this is all new to all of us, but thank you for stepping up and doing this crocheting for beginners class. They can also email us, by the way, at sap@epcc.edu, and we will answer your questions. We want this class to make. We're going to offer it again, hopefully in the summer. We want to continue to reach out to seniors to try different things. This is the first time we offer crocheting this spring semester. Any last ideas or comments that you have about the benefits of learning new things and how we as elders continue to help our brain work so that we won't have the memory problems that many are having at this time, how we can stay healthy?
Definitely, keeping a active mind leads to a healthy mind, and that also leads to avoiding some of those issues with memory, Alzheimer's, dementia. The more we keep active, a lot better it is for our health. And the mind is one of the things that we must keep active. A lot of people always talk about the physical activity, but don't remember that our brain is also a muscle that needs to keep going as well. And the best way to do it is these types of activities: crochet, reading, crossword puzzles, things of that nature. Anything that requires your mental capacity is going to help you in enduring and keeping healthy.
Yes.
So definitely. Yes. I look forward to meeting you all online. We'll see each other on there, and we'll take it a step at a time. Nobody's an expert. This is a class for beginners. So you experts out there, if you join, no problem. You can help me help the others, okay?
They can challenge you. The expert seniors in crocheting will challenge the teacher. And also, you're going to have a separate camera so that you can show your hands. You're setting up a kind of a way to be able to so people can see your hands as you give instructions, right? Oh my gosh. That is so good.
My system is a dual camera system. So not only will you be able to see my face, but it'll switch between the cameras. So we have a downward facing camera that's directly for the projects, unless I stick my head under it, but no, that won't happen.
We want more students to register free classes. You don't have to pay tuition with the senior adult program. All you have to be is a certain ripe age of 55 or older and older. So thank you so much, Andrea, for being with us. I know that you're working lady, and that's why you're offering your class on Saturdays. I really appreciate you. You continue to teach for us here at the Community College Senior Adult Program, and we have more guests to come. Thank you, Andrea.
Each of us can help slow the spread of coronavirus and help save lives.
We're in this together.
By practicing social distancing and limiting your in-person interaction with others, you can save lives.
Even if you don't feel sick, you can spread the virus to others.
Now more than ever, we need to be selfless for others.
Wearing a face covering can help protect you, your family, and our entire community.
My mask protects you.
Your mask protects me.
Wear your mask and save lives.
Well, thank you for staying with us and joining us for a second part of our show today. We have another one of our famous and wonderful instructors that teach that teaches the computer classes for our seniors. Now, Laura, are you on? Laura Pond, how are you? Thank you for being with us.
I'm doing great. How's everyone?
Good. I'm glad that you could join us here on Mature Living. We have a wonderful audience. I know they're always trying to learn about the things that we're providing as far as classes. And of course, the classes are, there's no tuition, and you can register for them if you are 55 years or older. So that's, you know, these seniors are very active and we want them to continue learning. So thank you for joining us. I just wanted to mention that at the beginning here that we have about five or so or six computer classes that we're offering, and I want to name them. And you're teaching the PowerPoint class, but we're also teaching digital devices for seniors and social media, also teaching them those two classes. We're teaching Microsoft Excel, which is kind of an advanced class like PowerPoint. The Introduction to Word is a really good class. And so those are the classes that we're teaching this semester online. Now, I wanted to introduce Ms. Pon because she started teaching, I think, the semester before the COVID hit. And then in the second semester, guess what? We had to close our classes, as everybody knows. UTEP closed, everybody closed their doors. We were all hunkered down, trying to figure out how were we going to teach our classes if we couldn't meet anymore in person. And so this is where we're at right now in teaching online. So tell me, Ms. Pon, how long have you been teaching with the college program? What was your experience in where did you teach and your experience with the seniors? And where had you been teaching before in your career?
Yes, Mary. It was great to teach in the year right before COVID hit, and I taught Microsoft Excel at the Trans Mountain campus. I love the learning, ability to teach seniors because I am a senior.
Yes.
And I want to empower us so we are not afraid of technology. I taught 21 years with Socorro Independent School District. Out of the 21 years, 11 I was a computer teacher. So I taught kids from pre-K all the way up to 5th grade. And I also am, I love what technology can do in our lives because I know we have a lot of social media and we use their phones quite a bit I use it for photos all the time. But I'm going to be teaching PowerPoint, and PowerPoint is so easy, accessible to us that we can upload pictures. I'm creating a PowerPoint for my family members, like for special events, for birthdays, for anniversaries, the birth of a grandchild, or a graduation, and that's what I want to bring on in the class because I want to personalize it. Yes, Microsoft PowerPoint has a lot of ins and outs. The business world uses it a lot for presentations, and maybe you're still working and you want to give a presentation of your abilities. You can do that also in PowerPoint. I'm gonna hopefully that I do get to work with my class to show them not only to upload photos, because Google Photos does that for us, but also to record their voices. Wouldn't that be great to send a PowerPoint through email to one of your loved ones and they hear your voice on there and they see the pictures come up, or music? And we'll start off basic. Just because I have a lot of experience in technology and a teacher, I'm not going to rush this. I want to take the pace slow so what we learn we can use for a lifetime.
That is so cool. And I think this is what the seniors are looking for in PowerPoint. I know that right now the seniors are learning to use the internet because they're trying to register for a vaccine, a COVID vaccine, or they're trying to register for a test, a COVID test. Where do I go? How do I search the internet? Will you throw in a little bit of that kind of as an introductory in trying to use the internet, because that is so prevalent right now that I think all of our classes should touch on that, on using the internet and searching for these kinds of things.
Yeah, using the internet is a way of life, especially now with the COVID, because even myself, in fact, the other day I used the internet because my license is going to expire. So I had to go on the DMV website. Now you just can't go in person. They set my appointment a month away. They're giving me a specific time so I can go and renew my driver's license, because I don't want that same picture after 10 years. I want a new picture. And I thought, well, everything, you know, the internet is very important. With this class, you know, the internet is sometimes it's stronger than in other areas in your room. So make sure when you're on the class that the Wi-Fi strength is enough for you and it's not pausing. Because even though I have a strong Wi-Fi, sometimes I'm the only one on my phone or the computer, and it stops and pauses. So then I move my computer by the router. That's where your main source is coming out, and it gets clear. It gets stronger. So I think that as long as the Wi-Fi is working with, you know, with the virtual learning, we have the camera on, we have the audio on, and we're going to learn together. I still make a lot of mistakes, and I might not have the right button pushed, but we're going to learn together as a team. That is
so important, that in order to take an online class, and you're mentioning some of these things that you need a laptop or a tablet. You need you know, Wi-Fi, internet service. You need to know where's the best position in your house. And, you know, we're even teaching exercise classes. And so, you know, the seniors are standing and the teacher can see them, make sure they are not doing anything to hurt themselves. They can see the teacher from the head to toe, so they can see the steps in line dance or exercise to music or Qigong or Tai Chi. And, you know, those classes are thriving. They're really, really great. So we want to make sure that we teach our seniors how these online classes work, and then get into the nitty-gritty of the course core information of PowerPoint. What other kinds of classes do you like to teach?
Well, computer applications are important for us. You know, we grocery shop using our apps. Any other class that has to do with technology. Maybe one of these days I'll do an exercise class. Now that you're mentioning the exercise classes, I might get into do something like that. But right now, I really think technology is important for us, because we don't want to be left behind to not know. Oh, you know what? We can download this app. Even downloading an app can be difficult for me sometimes. I download the app and knowing, wait, do I have room on my phone? Is it going to be a useful app? And sometimes the app you download, you don't want it, you take it out. So I think any other classes in technology that the senior adult program offers, I love to work with people. I like to hear about, you know, their backgrounds, their cultures, because we can blend together and make this a fun class. It's going to be a fun class, and it's going to be something that we walk away with that you can share with your family members or keep, you know, for your own personal use.
Yes,
I look forward to that.
And they'll be able to see their peers in the class. They'll be through the gallery. They'll be able to see everybody that's in the class, exchange. You know, at the beginning of the class, you know, many of them are stranded at home. Their family members can't visit them. And so we're all isolated, and we're all, you know, just working and doing everything from home. And so we want somebody to talk to. We want to know that there's friends out there that will help us not to be so isolated and get depressed. So always having that nice conversation. How was your week? Is everybody doing okay? You know, just that kind of a feeling as we greet them in our classes.
Make new friends. How we make new friends.
Yes, we make new friends as well. And we're going to be using Teams, Microsoft Teams, and you'll show them about Teams, and we'll try to show them as well. We do have some training for students that are using Teams for their classes, and we'll be able to guide those students to those videos that are available through the college trainers, the TRC, the Resource Training Center. So we will manage. But anyway, what we want to do is just encourage everybody, register. And there's a number that they can call. and we'll help them to register. If it's the first time, they fill out an admissions form. They're going to get an ID, EPCC ID. If you're a returning student, you already have an ID, easy to register online.
That's right.
So, Ms. Bond, I look forward to your class. I'm going to be visiting your class every so often, say hi to students. How are they doing? And we hope that we can get more students into your class. We have space, right? We still have
plenty of space. Come on board. Bring your relatives.
That's right. Invite your friends.
Yeah, invite
Bring
your
your
friends.
husband. Bring your husband or your wife to class, you know, because we want everybody to learn. We want to close that digital divide.
Yes.
Seniors are not accessing services, transportation, things that they need because they don't know how to use a computer. So you build it in, just build it into your PowerPoint class.
Yes,
And
I will.
any last message you'd like to send our community, inviting them?
Oh yeah, don't hesitate. Take that first step. You know, it's going to be fun. We're going to learn together. Some of you might know more than I think, but we'll start slow and we'll finish the class with empower each other and another application of technology that will last forever. It'll last a lifetime.
Wonderful. And I was hesitant to mention, but PowerPoint, in making PowerPoints, you know, there are so many times where you have your friends or relatives pass away and you need to do a PowerPoint with the pictures and the photos. And this also helps in this class to be able to do those PowerPoints for when a loved one has passed, and it's important. So thank you so much for being a great teacher, welcoming us. You know, your demeanor, your personality, I know it's going to be a hit, and your class will make. And it starts, by the way. When does it start?
It starts this Saturday at 9 o'clock, 9 to 11. So I'm looking forward. Just get ready. Don't worry about, you don't have to dress up for just get ready, and be anxious, and get your computer out, your laptop, and we'll break the day. It's going to break my day. I look forward to meeting you on Saturday.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pon. This is Laura Pon, one of our computer instructors. Will be teaching the PowerPoint class. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you all next week. We're going to be doing a Spanish show as well once a month, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Pon. We'll see you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.